Welcome. This is Chip Roasting.
I'm Wally.
I am somebody. I'm Brennan. I'm not Brennan. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. We're roasting some chips.
Hello.
What is up?
Been some time.
It's been exactly 2 weeks. You think it's been longer? No, you don't.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
so I don't know if for the one person who watches occasionally, we have new backgrounds.
Yeah, we do
Very
have new
clearly.
backgrounds.
I'm
New
in a
audio
new
backgrounds
apartment.
as well.
Brennan's in a
Yeah.
well, I'm actually in a new city entirely.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to move, and
Mhm.
here I am. And Brennan also wanted to move, so he said, "New room for me." He didn't
Yep.
move. He didn't move apartments though, because
Yeah,
I've never had one.
yes. I moved houses here,
Yeah.
20 minutes down the road from where I used to be. I'm still, however, located in redacted.
Canada, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes,
So
just been hanging out, just been chilling.
yeah, we've missed a lot of news.
Obviously remembering everything we needed to remember, and then we this break was intentional, not an accidental.
Nope.
Not being able to
I did not get a new
schedule
job out
and
of nowhere.
busy
Nope, not even
lives.
scheduled.
Yeah. No,
We
no, no.
definitely meant to.
Of
We
course, you
definitely
didn't get a
meant
new
to.
job. You didn't get a new job because this is your job here.
You're
This
right.
is your
I make a
main.
lot of money from this. It's why we took
Yeah.
exactly 4 or 5 weeks off.
Yes, I don't know about you, but I make an 8-digit monthly salary from this podcast alone.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah,
Never seen a dime of that.
yeah, which sucked this past month. I just missed out on an 8-digit salary because we just didn't do any podcasts.
My 8 digits is in the cents. It's the other way.
Yeah. I make a 2-digit salary. Both the digits are on the wrong side of the decimal point.
But yeah, so yeah, we totally intentionally meant to take a break during the busiest time Marvel has ever had.
And DC to some extent.
Yeah,
to a worse
Brothers,
extent.
Discover Warner Brothers is they're on some shit.
Yes.
That's to say the least. But
oh yeah.
We're not gonna start with news. We're gonna go the other way. We're gonna start with Ms. Marvel and Thor
Yeah.
Thunder stuff. So I don't remember what happened to Ms. Marvel. It's been too long. What episode did we stop on?
I think
Was it
we
4?
Ended on 5. It was either 4 or 5.
I don't remember.
5. I don't know if I said it the last episode or not because I don't remember where we left off. I didn't really like episode 5 because it kind of added like a time travel thing. And anytime shows add time travel things, I'm just like, that was unnecessary.
It was weird, kind of breaks.
Like it was cool to see that time period. I wish they addressed it in any other way than like time travel and different character. Like it was just a little bit odd.
Yeah,
to me.
I liked the episode before that where like they went back in time and kind of showed kind of like the
Right?
origins of everything, but then sending Kamala back in time was a little weird.
Yeah. I liked episode 4. It ended a lot, and I assumed it would be like a vision type thing, but no, it was actual time travel. I was like, that's a little bit weird.
It was
that's
a bit strange, but
it's a little bit odd.
I mean, and I think it wrapped up pretty well. I didn't love the ending, but I think it was better. One of the better endings that Marvel.
I thought it was a pretty like mediocre, average one. Like Marvel has had some bad endings before. This wasn't like a bad ending. It was just kind of like average. I like the first 4 episodes. I think were phenomenal. Mm-hmm. The last 2, I was kind of like, they're not bad, but they're just not what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
but I like the show as a whole.
It wasn't quite Moon Knight, but it was better than a lot of the other ones. I felt a lot like the Captain America one, Captain America and the Winter Soldier one.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Falcon, the Winter Soldier, Captain, the Falcon, the Captain, the Falcon America. Yeah,
the Falcon America, Winter Soldier. So no, it felt a lot like that one. Which I thought that one was a mediocre ending too. So I mean it was good overall. I think the show was. I think it did what it needed to do. I think it overall was pretty good MCU show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any specific things. What?
It took 5 minutes.
Yeah, wow. We've been putting that off for no reason then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, remember back I didn't have internet the first week I was here, so I couldn't have done it back then.
Oh man.
And then you moved and then now we're here. So
but here we are. I can't remember anything else specific to mention about it.
No.
I'm hope we get to see more of Bruno because he was kind of cool. He's gone now.
We don't talk about him though.
No. However that song goes.
That's exactly how that song goes.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
put
yeah?
the right amount of notes too.
Cool. Perfect. Talking
Um,
about the end of the series though, the post credit scene and everything. First,
I don't remember. Okay.
they mentioned that she has a mutation in her genes, which gives her powers. So the
That's right.
mutants, the X-Men, they're obviously building up to that there. It was
Yeah.
interesting because obviously in the comic books, she was in Inhuman.
Yeah.
But they
and
wanted to steer away from Inhumans. And
because
besides,
the show was bad.
she was originally written in the comics to be a mutant, but then was turned into an Inhuman. And she's always been an Inhuman in the comics, but when she was being written, she was written as a mutant, then changed to an Inhuman. So it's kind of flipping it back the other way here. So
Yeah.
But that was cool. It was cool to hear that reference because like finally they're starting to build up to things. So they haven't really built up to anything in a while.
Yeah, they're
and
just
like all
kind
of
of setting
phase
the
4
groundwork right now. Yeah.
yeah
And
so
then
it's nice to
now
actually
they're
see
Mhm.
oh yeah exactly and then the post-credit scene, I was waiting for it, I was excited for it. This is exactly what I was hoping for, because I was like, please, let's see Captain Marvel make an appearance somewhere here.
Right.
And at the very end, when they did little switcheroo and the Captain Marvel Carol Danvers appears and is like, oh no, I said yes. And I said, why do I have to wait a year now to see what happens? That kind of sucks. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing their adventures and seeing where Kamala is right now. Because boy.
And it's almost exactly a year, right?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah, because like the series ended like early July. I think the movie comes out like the middle of July.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, no, I thought that was really cool. And it sets up the plot for the Marvels. Which I'm excited about. I'm interested to see what Maria Rambeau, Monica Rambeau fits into it all.
Wait, I thought
Maria's the mom, Monica's the daughter. Yeah,
I always switch their names. I might be switching their names still now. We might both be, but
no, Monica Rambeau is Proton. Yeah, I don't know. She's the one who was
Proton. Wait, no,
she was the one who's in WandaVision. I don't remember what her name was in the comics. She's had a bunch. Doesn't matter.
We are hardcore comic fans, hardcore MCU fans.
I have a Daredevil comic over there, so I am a fan.
Nice.
Of Daredevil. Know nothing about.
Speaking of Daredevil, I can't wait to talk about all the news with him. But
there.
Yes. Any other thoughts with Miss Marvel? Anything like that?
I really like how they got the name Miss Marvel.
The name kind of I just thought of that, and I was about to say the name kind of bugged me because it just seemed way too like on the nose with how they, because there's always the trope that like this show was not afraid to serve from that trope at all, which on one hand it was cool to see. On the other hand, I was like, just please break up this pattern. But it's always like the very last episode they get their costume name, official hero stuff. It's like always and like it was cool to see. I was like, can we at least have like it broken up, like just like a bit different here with all of that. But it was cool when they were like, oh yeah, you were always like our
Miss Marvel,
little Miss Marvel or whatever. And I was like, no. It was funny though that she basically got her name like right before she switched places though, which is really, really funny.
So I liked it because it kind of fit the way the movie or the show kind of was structured. It was like kind of like not a preteen show, like a teen show. It just in those kind of movies, that just makes the most sense. I don't know. It made a lot of sense to me to do it that way, and I enjoyed it that way. But, I can see why people wouldn't like it, but
it was also it was also kind of the same kind of thing with her parents being on board, because like I kind of thought with the scope of everything, her parents hopped on board with her being a superhero like way too quick, like a realistic standpoint. But for the overall tone and theme of the show, like it worked well.
Yeah. And I don't think it suffered too much from only being 6 episodes. I think 6 episodes worked for the show. Which, I mean, we haven't said that a lot, and we're going to get to something about 6 episodes later and Daredevil. But
yes. But yeah, because I do think they could have slowed things down with like the backstory some and flesh out the backstory a bit more. I mean, for the most part, the 6 episodes did work well, except for, I will say, like the villains of the show, they got like no arc at all. More episodes may have been nice to give them a little bit more of an arc, but besides that, in terms of like the hero's development and journey, 6 episodes was perfect. It's just the villains had no arc or journey.
Yeah, I think like I said earlier, I think the most comparable believe it or not, which I didn't think was going to be the case at all when it started, but this is most comparable to Falcon and the Winter Soldier in terms of the
Yeah.
way they kind of went about the characters and the themes that they had, and I think they did. I think Miss Marvel did it a little bit better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier did. I think it had,
Yeah.
and even though they were both about the same amount of time, I think they just did it a little bit better. Maybe it's because I had learned from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which come out almost
Possibly.
over a year ago now. So, I mean,
Yeah.
so I enjoyed the show.
It
Definitely,
was cool.
I think I'd go back and rewatch it at some point in time. But
Yeah, I probably absolutely will at least next year before seeing the Marvels
yeah.
in theaters.
Yeah. So let's switch gears a little bit and go to Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, let's do it.
So initial reaction, you kind of got mine when I left because I texted you
Yes.
in the theater.
Let me think about mine too. You can go first. You can take all the time you need. I don't have to remember that movie now.
I mean, I just saw it like last week. So this is in my top 5 favorite Marvel movies. I love this movie so much.
Sweet.
And I don't think a lot of people got that because everyone loves Thor Ragnarok so much and they wanted to be Thor Ragnarok. And while I don't think it was Thor Ragnarok, I don't think it was as good as Thor Ragnarok. I enjoyed it more than Thor Ragnarok. I said Thor Ragnarok a lot now. I don't know. It's just something about the movie I just really, really loved. I really loved Jane's character. Valkyrie was awesome. Korg was really cool, and I liked learning more about his species. All the side characters were cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just loved the movie. I didn't love the pacing. The pacing was about the only thing I had an issue with. It was really fast for some reason. Maybe because it was under 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Like an hour, 58 minutes. I think
the
runtime was.
And actually, like a fun fact about the runtime I saw is like the initial cut of Thor: Love and Thunder was over 4 hours long, and like Kevin Feige or the MCU said like, no, you have to get down to under 2 hours, which is why it was the length it was, because Kevin Feige, you know, like the big boss said, hey, it has to be under 2 hours. So that's a lot of lost content there. And honestly, for that, it came out really, really solid, because if you have to cut out like half of a movie and still have that, like, that's great.
Yes. Did you like it?
Sorry, that also reminded me of one other thing, like about Miss Marvel, I wanted to mention as well, because one of the things you mentioned in the other episodes of the podcast were that like the visuals of Miss Marvel were so unique. It was unlike, you know, other stuff we'd seen in Marvel, and we really, really enjoyed that with like the texts, how they were animated, and just the style and vibe. It was like it was cool. And I recently read in an article that said like the creators wanted to do more with that. They wanted to incorporate a lot more of those unique types of visuals, and there was a plan to, but Kevin Feige was like, absolutely not, like reel it back, and it still has to look like the rest of the MCU, which I hate. It would have been really, really cool to see more of that. And I hate that it's like, you know, this like everything has to look the same, has to fit, you know, this certain whatever. It's
I hope they incorporated it in the Marvels a little bit.
Yeah, because I really like, you know, the overarching story can tell, but I really think that the movies really need to have like a distinct feel and vibe themselves, even if they are supposed to fit together in this overall thing.
Right.
But yeah, for Thor: Love and Thunder, the one thing that I will say I absolutely loved about that movie is I think it is one of the very few recent installments of the MCU that can truly just be like standalone. Like if you have somebody who hasn't seen MCU stuff in like years, you know, you can't take them to see Spider-Man or Doctor Strange or whatever. This one you can just show up and they explain everything happened outside of the movie in the context of the movie. So you can just watch it and have fun.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And that's great.
Like,
and
really,
like
all you need to see is like Thor 2, up to Thor 2, and you're fine. Like you don't even sit, because Thor Ragnarok is to me, it's to me is like part of that Infinity trilogy, where it's Infinity War, where it's Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh,
because they go together like almost like a puzzle. Like
I see that.
You can watch them 3 back to back. So you could, in my opinion, you could watch this without watching Thor Ragnarok. You can go from 1, 2 to 4.
Yeah,
and it would still make sense. Now you wouldn't understand why Asgardians are on Earth, but
yeah, no,
I mean that's such a minor detail. in the whole grand scheme of things, because honestly, I had forgotten about it until this movie. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I agree. It's a good standalone movie to
Yeah.
just kind of reintroduce someone to the MCU if that's what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I really did like this movie though, especially the arc with the villain, how they had things there.
Yeah.
I I thought Christian Bale did such a good job as the villain. This was like
Fantastic.
one of the best villain arcs we've had in a
Yeah.
while. The only thing comparable is Spider-Man No Way Home, but that's just because you had like William Dafoe, who just did so fantastic there. But like just in terms of like a lot of the other villains that we've gotten recently here, you know, just introduced for a movie and then, you know, they're gone, you know, like the standalone movie villains blows most of them out of the water.
Yeah, he was truly a terrifying villain, and he played such Christian, like you said, Christian Bale was just phenomenal. As Gore the God Butcher. The only and the MCU did again. They killed him off, which I hate.
Yeah, but to be fair, this one I think actually made context in the sense of the movie, which does not happen a lot of the time. Like it's like such a satisfying villain arc when some of the villain dies, and you're like, that was unnecessary. Here, it just all flowed, and the ending, because what bothers me about the MCU tropes is like it's always has to turn things into this giant like apocalyptic scale. And this, you know, was a big deal for the gods, but that was kind of it.
Well, the gods didn't even make it a big deal.
So it just felt like a much better, more engaging story because they didn't try to blow it way out of proportion,
like the Eternals attempted to.
Yeah, exactly. And the Eternals kind of did because, you know, apparently there's still a giant celestial or whatever sticking out of the middle of the earth that nobody's mentioned here.
There's a
like
theory
several
about
movies
that,
after.
About the Celestial and Doctor Doom coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that theory?
Oh, yeah. No, I have a theory I'm kind of hoping for, but not really giving much weight to, because it would be a lot to ask of the audience to be able to understand. Actually, I can just pause here and mention it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that now that they've confirmed that Secret Wars are a thing and they're exploring the multiverse, that kind of happened on like a different Earth, and then they will merge, because that's the only way that I can really justify a giant celestial sticking out of the planet and it hasn't been mentioned like anywhere else yet, because that is such an insane reach. In my mind, like if it was on another Earth, I could be like, absolutely. And then that way in the Secret Wars, like all the characters could meet and they're all from different Earths or two different Earths. I think that'd be cool. But
the theory I know about
that would ask a lot of like the audience and you know the internal logic. So
the theory I've seen is that, you know, it is on the Earth. The 616 is that what they're officially calling it now?
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Is
that on this Earth that that it doesn't make the news or anything, and that it pisses off Doctor Doom, and that he's finally, you know, gonna do something about it. And so that's his like origin story or whatever. But
interesting.
That's just what I saw. That's like a really bad description of what I saw. So they went much deeper into it. But anyway, so yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. Very good movie. Very good villain.
So yeah, and like hopping back to it, I think for the most part, it did a really good job of balancing comedy and story.
Yeah.
Like for most of it, it flowed perfectly. There was just the one scene where they're on like the world of like the gods or whatever, where in my opinion, it felt like the entire plot stopped for like 20 minutes and it was like comedic bits back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, isn't the worst for me. I was like, okay, you know, I just want to see, you know, more of the story here, because you have like Gore the God Butcher, who again is like fantastic. Christian Bale. I'm like, let's get back to that, because like I want to see more of that. And just like all that was on pause for like 20 minutes. But besides that, I think all the comedy and plot were balanced extremely well, which was great. Was there any other quick notes I had? I don't know. Oh, I love the end and how it was revealed, like you know, why Thor: Love and Thunder was called Love and Thunder, with like the last line. Like it was kind of cheesy almost, but it was so sweet. I was like that is perfect. It's like the perfect bow to like put on here.
Yeah, something that surprised me about that was just the fact that Chris Hemsworth Chris Hemsworth is going to continue on. Because he's an original Avenger and he's been around. He's been
Yeah,
as a part of
yeah,
the
yeah.
event as part of the MCU since 2010, 2009.
2010, I
I
think.
think that's when it came out. I don't
Yeah,
remember when Thor came out, to be
I
honest.
think I
It's either
think
9 or 10.
Iron Man was 2008, Incredible
Yeah,
Hulk was 2009,
8.
and then I think
No, they were both 2008, and
they
then
were both 2008. Okay.
yes, even though we don't acknowledge the Incredible Hulk for some reason, and then 2010,
10,
2012 was the Avengers. So yeah, I think it was
yeah.
10.
Yeah, because I think 10 was Thor and Iron Man 2,
Iron
and
Man
then
2 was 09 and Captain America was 10. That much I know.
Iron Man
I
2 was
think.
09.
I think maybe not. I
That's a
know
quick
Captain America
turnaround
was
time.
10.
I thought Captain America was 11.
See, we could be looking these things up.
What? Now let's just keep
Sitting here
speculating
trying to
here.
speculate. But anyway.
But yeah, because like I know that was a huge thing, especially when Jane Foster,
Oh, you're right.
Natalie Portman. Oh
It
yeah.
was 2011, and so was Thor. Iron Man 2 was 10. So so
Okay.
2009 didn't have anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, okay. I was pretty sure they skipped 2009 unless it was the Hulk. I was like,
No,
I
it
know
was
that
2008.
Iron Man, Hulk, which is in 2009, and then I remember everything else was
I
after
remember
that.
I remember Thor and Captain America were the same year, but anyway,
Okay.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Hemsworth is still gonna be there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
figured they'd give Jane the spot, but
yeah. Because that was a speculation, and that's what there was the whole thing of like, oh, they're replacing all of the original Avengers with like female characters or
just new versions of
yeah, or whatever, and like people talking about that just irritate me because it's like you can't like just complain about it, but I think it was a little bit odd how they were just doing like all of them
It
like
didn't
right
even
back
hit
to
me
back
that
to
they were
back.
all women.
Yeah.
It just didn't even pay attention to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
except for Captain America, he was the only one who was like gonna be like a dude still, but it's no longer a white dude. So
Yeah.
there were a lot of people who were riled up about that.
Oh, I know. I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like I was like, but like it like what was a bit odd that they were like replacing all of them here, or it looked like they were replacing replacing all of them here.
Which
But then
to me made sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
these actors they want to
like
have long careers.
especially
And they don't
with
want to be pigeonholed into one
contracts.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, when you've been doing Marvel for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it just seemed like just like a quick thing here, and then so when the whole Heidi Thor thing was revealed, everyone was like, oh, they're like they just jumped to that conclusion. I was like, let's watch the movie first, guys.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I loved Jane Forster as Mighty Thor so much. She did a fantastic job, and like I love that arc. And like I was like, heck yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of her here.
Why do we have to keep seeing Natalie Portman die on screen? This is the second time. Star Wars, not Marvel. Why?
But I loved her arc because there were a lot of people. I saw a lot of speculation before the movie that it's like she became Mighty Thor in the comics because she had cancer, but everyone was talking. They're like, in the movie they won't do that because that's like way too depressing to have in the movie. And I was so glad they steered into that because what a phenomenal arc, like a tragic one.
Oh yeah,
but I mean that was such a good arc for her character there. And yeah, it looks like Thor is sticking around. It looks like we'll hold on to Thor as like the last remaining OG Avenger here. I don't know if we're ever going to see him interact as an Avenger again here. I would assume probably not.
No, but it'll probably just be his Asgardian self.
Yeah, like it's at least a comfort to know that like he's out there, because like that was an odd thing because it's always difficult when you have live action superhero stuff because good actors are expensive to like maintain whatever years, and yeah. So
Unless
so, you know,
apparently
it's like
Chris Hemsworth doesn't age. He looks exactly the same. I mean, it's only 12 years. I mean, you can't expect someone to age. They don't age like this, but
oh yeah. But so and like one thing, the interesting thing that like I did not know until after I saw the movie here and I saw like an interview after, because at the very end of Thor Love and Thunder it says like Thor will return at like the bottom of the scroll.
mm-hmm.
And apparently the director and like Thor himself did not know that would be there. It was like Kevin Feige put that in, and they were like we don't know if like Thor, like Chris Hemsworth was like, I don't know if I'm returning. I'm assuming so because of there, but like I don't have a contract now. Like
he's going to.
Yeah. I mean, because he was like, that was the last part of my contract as of right now. He was like, I would love to return as Thor and do more stuff.
Yeah.
But like nobody's asked me or approached me from Marvel yet. So
yeah. Well, clearly they have plans for him going forward. And I'd imagine, with Secret Wars coming up, that they're going to try to get everyone back. Because I mean,
which
at least
would
for
be
a movie.
Which would be great. Like, I mean, it's like I'm hoping that Secret Wars kind of ends up being what people thought Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness would be.
Yeah.
Just like not like to the extent everyone wanted it, but with more cameos. Because people were anticipating a lot of cameos for Doctor Strange, and there didn't really end up being hardly any besides like the Illuminati, and that was it.
Right. So the last 6.5 minutes of this particular Zoom call, I want to talk about the end credit scenes for Thor. The very last one where Jane was in oh my god, what's it called?
Valhalla. Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that quickly. I love that she ended up in Valhalla. That was
I
awesome.
loved seeing Heimdall again.
Yep,
that was fantastic. He got to welcome her in.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought they saw Loki for some reason. Not really sure why, but
where?
Yeah, I know. I looked up a bunch of stuff afterwards. Like, Loki, where? I'm like, oh, whatever. I just thought that was neat that they she was honored in that way to go to Valhalla.
I mean, Loki might be in Valhalla because he did die a warrior's death, but also he's a god. I don't know if gods go to Valhalla.
No, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
All right.
As long as they die a warrior's death, but and then the other scene where we find out Zeus didn't die, and he's gonna send out his son Hercules.
Can you talk about Zeus's death for a second? Because Zeus's death was fantastic.
It was really good.
Then you find out he didn't die, and you're like, okay, all right, okay, sure. But that death scene was fantastic still. But yeah, Hercules, that was great. And like the actor who played Hercules was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna come back for anything, but that was a great 4 seconds to have on screen. The actor who played Hercules was actually talking. It was like, I had told my parents to go see the movie on opening night, and my mom was texting me, while the credits were rolling. I was like, yeah, it was a good movie, and like I had to text her like, don't leave yet, stay for the end scenes.
Stay till after the credits, please, or like the middle of the credits. But assuming they come back, assuming they get a contract done and everything, at least for one more movie, I think, because they're big rivals in the comics, Hercules and Thor.
Interesting.
Or maybe they work together. I don't know. They're both in the comics a lot together. So hopefully that will lead to some cool battles in the future. But yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. When we return, we'll talk about news.
Just whatever's coming up with Marvel and DC and yeah.
So. But right now, a short commercial break.
Like we have commercials. All right, I'll send you the link in a second.
All right.
We're back.
And we would like to thank our sponsor, Dove Soap, for that wonderful ad. You heard in the middle there.
There you
go purchase some Dove Soap. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that legally.
I mean, you're just giving them free advertising.
It's free advertising for them.
You can say whatever you want.
Don't buy Dove Soap.
Or do. How about you just go subscribe to Brennan's channel? Because that's what I'm going to put Brennan telling you to go subscribe to his channel there.
Yeah. It'll just be a big pop-up or my voice. I don't know if I've ever said subscribe to my nope, you're not going to trick me into asking people to do that. You're not going to get that audio.
But anyway, so in the time we've been gone, so much has happened with
Yes,
Marvel, DC,
that's it.
Disney, all this
Has
stuff.
stuff
But the
happened
most important
with
thing,
Disney?
I don't know, but the most
Okay.
important thing is the Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. Did you watch
Yes.
it?
No, I did not.
It was so good. I love it. It's so funny.
But
Oh my
I saw
God.
that Weird Al had a starring role
He
in that
did. He
movie.
was in it.
I just saw him in concert.
He did.
I mean,
That's right.
you know this, but I don't know if our viewers, hi Matt, know that. So
Yeah, Matt. This first time in a while you've got to listen to us.
yeah. I was actually just messaging him a few days ago because I was at like a bowling alley and there was a podcast playing on one of the screens and you couldn't hear it because it was a bowling alley. And Matt and I agreed that's the perfect format for a podcast, just visuals only, no sound. So I hope our one YouTube watcher just watches it on mute because if so,
because
they are living the life.
Exactly. There you go. Now, how do we get our podcast to play at that bowling alley? Because I feel like that's the best way to listen to, especially our podcast.
Yes.
Do it on mute. But anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of Legos, now that I moved, I have this actually right off screen. It's kind of nerd related, so it's probably worth it. But I have this giant, massive thing to build. You can see the light reflection. Yeah, this is like 3.5 feet tall when it gets built. So it is for those who are listening and not watching, what weirdos. This is the Lego Daily Bugle from Spider-Man, and it is gigantic. It has 25 minifigures, different characters.
Wow.
So
I'm sure that was expensive.
Yeah, but not it's the price has gone up now. So I got it at like the perfect time. It's like $50 more expensive now because Lego decided to increase price for like 112 sets. And this was one of them. Nice. So, but I got it now. So excited to build that once I get some more boxes unpacked.
What'd you have something to put it on?
Yeah.
But
I'll
anyway,
probably put it back there for decoration during one of those podcasts here.
There you go.
There you go. Just it'll be tall enough.
In the sky.
So, yeah.
You should just put it on a shelf up above, back behind, next to the window.
Yes, that shelf would collapse.
You have to like reinforce it with steel.
Yeah.
But so the big thing that Marvel and first let's get to the thing that's
all of the
movies. Soonest. Is it She-Hulk's coming out this coming week? It's Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. They changed it to Thursday, probably because of Star Wars, but maybe not.
I don't know, but that was We got a trailer. We got a couple more trailers for it. I like how did you see that one clip that they released with she was talking about how Steve Rogers is a virgin?
It's it's so weird because like the first trailer came out, I was not really that excited for it. The second trailer came out, I actually kind of was. I was like, okay, I'm kind of pumped for this now because it looked really, really good. And then more stuff came out, and now I've kind of gone back, and I keep going back and forth where it's like, it looks good, but it looks because like they were talking about Daredevil. Well, first of all, my boy Daredevil.
Oh yeah, Daredevil's going to be in the show.
Going to be in it, and he's going to have like an important role. Is what they've said. They've said that like he interacts with She-Hulk a lot, and I'm like, awesome. But then there was an interview where they were talking. They were like, oh yeah, Daredevil had a show where he was already all serious and kind of like dark here. So like we're going a different direction where he's like really funny and light and comedic, and it's like, okay, but that's not his character. Like you can't just have like the like avatar of Daredevil in there with like a different person entirely. Like it's like if Spider-Man, if like you took away his humor or whatever, it's like that's not really Spider-Man. It's like a lot of what Daredevil is like he's like a dark or character. Like I mean, sure, he had a lot of good jokes in the Daredevil series. The Daredevil Netflix series was phenomenal.
It was so good. I need to rewatch it. Maybe I'll rewatch it next after I'm done with How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. But so like, don't take away all of his like dark aspects. That's a lot of what makes him him.
Yeah.
So like and it looks like the Abomination. Like there was a clip that was released recently, the Abomination, where it's like they took away a lot of what made him the Abomination in the Incredible Hulk. So it's gonna be this weird thing.
That movie doesn't exist. That movie doesn't exist in Marvel. Like it's there, but it's not there.
Marvel's tried so hard to steer away from it. Now they're just kind of like going right back, and it's like, make up your mind.
They're like the Incredible Hulk is a wall, and they smash through the wall, and a couple bricks are still on the car.
Yeah, did they like smash the wall and they're going back and like picking up bricks and putting them in like
In
their
the
new
trunk.
wall? But it's like, yeah. It's
They put
so
the bricks in the trunk of the car.
it's like I will not judge She-Hulk at all before I watch it and see how they have these characters portrayed.
Yeah.
But I really hope that they do a good job of it. It's also weird how she gets her powers unless it takes place between Infinity War and Endgame. Because like they release the clip of basically how she gets her powers. And it's like, she's driving with Bruce Banner and they get into a car accident. Bruce is knocked unconscious, starts to bleed or whatever. Apparently his blood gives her powers.
Yeah, that's what happens in the comics.
Not quite.
Well,
in the comics,
in a way, like
in the comics, he voluntarily gives her a blood transfusion. Yeah. But it's weird to me because they've made it very, very, very clear in past MCU stuff that like anytime Bruce is in danger here, the Hulk automatically takes over. Like they said like several times in the past movies that like Bruce has tried to like unalive himself. And the Hulk won't let him unalive himself. Because anytime there's danger, the Hulk is it's like a defense mechanism where he like pops out. And now he can like get into a near fatal car accident without the Hulk taking over like at all. Like, how does that work?
I think you're overthinking it, Brennan. I think this is one of those suspensions of disbelief, I think it's called.
But yeah, but it's like they spent so much time like building that up, and also takes place, after Infinity War, where like he could not get the Hulk out. Then that would make sense.
Yeah.
But like if it's after Endgame where he has Professor Hulk, like, did they just like nerf the Hulk or remove the character of the Hulk completely? And he's just like Bruce Banner now. Did he gain like full control? Like I don't think the comics Bruce Banner ever gained full control over the Hulk, right?
I have no idea. I actually don't know all that much about the Hulk in the comics.
Yeah, it just that one part struck me as like super odd, especially when the comics already had such a good like, oh, just a blood transfusion thing like that.
Yeah.
It's just so it seems so weird to like, make Bruce Banner so vulnerable now, where like they've spent so much time building up like the Hulk won't let Bruce get hurt.
Yeah.
Except for the one time in Ragnarok where he jumped off of the little ship thing and he hit the Rainbow Bridge and the Hulk didn't take over. But that was just a quick comedic beat and that was great. But like a whole car wreck where he's like knocked unconscious and fully bleeding, that just I was like, that's just so odd.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it later.
Yeah. It's like
I mean, like again, it's like a 3-minute clip from a
exactly
50 minutes
so, like,
episode.
So like I like, and it's just they're focused on comedy. It's like that's great. I'm excited for the different kind of vibe and style. But like if they focus like exclusively on comedy and like not so much on like the overall plot world building thing or whatever, it's like I don't know. It'll just like I'm still giving it the benefit of the doubt here. I'm still excited to see it, but I'm hoping it explains things and doesn't feel rushed.
It's 9 episodes, right?
Yeah, which is gonna be interesting because they haven't done a 9-episode run since WandaVision.
That was the first.
It was
one, yeah.
WandaVision, and then it's been 6 episodes since.
Yeah. So
I mean, because like
Groot had 5 episodes.
Groot was. You know what?
I haven't seen it yet, though.
You know what bugged me?
I need to watch it. What?
There's no I Am Groot series. There's 5 individual specials.
That bugged me too.
And I was like, why would? Because like I'm assuming they wanted to replicate like the Pixar thing, or Pixar just has all the individual ones. But it's like you have this thing called I Am Groot. They're all called I Am Groot. Just lump them together where somebody can easily jump from one to the other and not have to like
call them
try to piece together which one's next, which ones they've seen, which ones they haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Weird. Have you watched it yet?
Yes, I watched all of them like the day it came out.
Were they good?
Yeah. I mean, like they were like because like they're just basically like the Pixar shorts. It's just like short little things. and they were all pretty good. If I don't know if you care about spoilers for like just one tiny aspect of them
I don't care.
or not. Okay.
I'll watch it eventually. Maybe
Because
after this.
in the last one, it actually had like the other Guardians kind of featured in like the background. Like most of them were just Groot on his own. The last one had the other Guardians like in the background.
Oh,
where
cool.
Rocket Raccoon actually fully makes an appearance and is like
Because he's
talking
animated.
back and forth to Groot. Last one. Yeah, but the animation on Rocket just looked kind of like rushed or sloppy for some reason. Like, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, it all looks kind of fine.
Budget,
but
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was so weird to like include like Rocket when like that's a complex animation there.
Yeah.
And just a little short clip. And like I assumed you would just be like in the background, you just hear his voice, but no, they fully like have him in another show.
Interesting.
But yeah, like it was a fun watch. It's just a great thing to have on in the background. Like, I mean, they're not long like at all. So
Cool.
it was neat.
So yeah, so
What were we
She-Hulk
talking
this
about?
Thursday.
Yeah. She-Hulk. Yeah, I am looking just because the characters look great. It's gonna be awesome. Like, you know, see how this
People
fits
complain
in.
about the CG. I don't care. I just want it to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like so. You know
and
how
like the CG does look improved now.
Yeah. Well,
which unfortunately at the expense of, I'm sure, a million CG employees. Apparently they all hate Marvel. It's really interesting to have seen this over the past couple of weeks that like every time a new Marvel stuff is announced, they just like groan because they're like, this is gonna be horrible for all of us.
Because like there's like no practical effects in any of the shit they do.
Yeah, which sucks. Practical effects are so cool.
I know.
I feel like Marvel keeps forgetting this. Practical effects look awesome.
I know. That's why like the first couple Iron Man were good.
Yeah.
But so that comes out. So to me, you know how like Miss Marvel was kind of like the teen movie type vibe. I feel like this has like a rom-com type vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's something different. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited for it.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Later this month, or no, next month. No, if you had more to say about that.
I don't know what I was gonna. I started off saying something and I just completely lost my train of thought as I was speaking.
Okay.
But so yeah, She-Hulk is just going to hopefully be good.
Yeah.
I guess. Like it looks like it could be. I'm just hoping that it is. I guess.
But it's gonna be hit or miss. For sure.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are gonna like it. A lot of people are gonna hate it. But
hoping I like it.
Next month, we're gonna get Andor. 3-episode premiere for Andor.
I'm pumped for that.
I don't know
Andor
when I'm gonna
looks
watch it. It's gonna take me a long time. It's gonna be like a freaking movie.
Yeah. Andor,
it looks really,
all the
really
ads look phenomenal.
I know. Speaking of CG, the CG looks incredible.
Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah, and like most of it, I think they said like they said something, it was filmed like in a different way.
Yeah,
like it was filmed more practically
for the Star Wars shows. I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes for any of that, but they have like this. They started with the Mandalorian. They have like this really cool technology where it's like it's not like it's almost like a green screen, but like you can see the images when you're standing in front of it. You have to go
like
look it up.
A monitor.
Almost, but
kind
like it's giant.
It looks giant monitor.
There's a behind the scenes of Mandalorian show.
Yeah,
it shows a lot of it on there. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen like pictures from it. It's a really really cool like technology that Lucasfilms has developed, and I'm sure Marvel is going to take advantage of at some point. But they have it at the studios down in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's really really cool stuff. I don't know what it's called, or else I'd tell you. But yeah, they use a lot of practical effects actually for that kind of stuff. Well, as much as they can. I mean, it's Star Wars. I mean, if they have blaster guns and they're not giving it to the rest of us, I have some issues.
I think I saw Andor was filmed in a different way, but I can't remember to speak on that in any capacity. But it just looks beautiful.
So good. And it's 12 episodes with a 3-episode premiere. So they're basically giving us a movie and then they're giving us 6.
That is fantastic.
9 episodes after that. So I'm down game. I'm ready for that. We also got a trailer for, sorry, I'm going to switch gears again. We got a trailer for Wakanda Forever.
Yes. Should we just go through all of
I don't have anything written down. So like,
okay, here, I do have some stuff.
But they announced both of those things were at Comic-Con, the Andor and the Wakanda Forever thing.
Yes.
Apparently they got a bunch of other trailers too that we didn't get, but that's okay.
Here are the upcoming movies for Marvel. After Black Panther, Wakanda Forever,
which rounds
next
out
one,
Phase 4, correct?
Yes. Okay. Yes. I think. No. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that rounds out Phase 4,
which I also think comes in September.
the Guardians that what?
Does that come out in September?
No, it comes out in November.
November. You're right. Okay.
Yes, it comes out in November, and then like what's this being described as the epilogue of Phase 4 is the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Okay. Cool.
And then kicking off Phase 5 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania.
Right.
Then Secret Invasion.
Okay.
Then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh, so we're getting Secret Invasion soon. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
We're getting
I know they
Secret
showed some clips at Comic-Con, like for the people who were there, but
Yeah.
we need to get to Comic-Con one day. That's something we definitely need to do.
Yeah. Comic-Con got the Black Panther trailer. They also got the Ant-Man trailer and the Secret Invasion trailer, which we only saw the
Black Panther, right?
Yes, yeah, the Black Panther trailer.
The Black Panther trailer reminded me a lot of the Avatar trailer that was released a couple months ago.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that movie, mostly because of Namor and what it sets up for Wakanda versus Atlantis, and just even the existence of Atlantis, which I mean it's been hinted at in the past, but
and it also looks like it sets up the Ironheart show as well, which was one of the few shows that, Ironheart was confirmed. Oops. Yeah. For a release date. So yeah, we get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, followed by Echo.
Okay.
Followed by Loki Season 2.
Echo soon. Wow.
Yeah. Soon. Echo soon as well. Yeah. Echo is summer of 2023.
Summer. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And then also summer of 2023 is Loki. And then in July, of course, we have the Marvels.
Okay.
Then in
the content does not stop.
Then in that fall, we will get Ironheart. Then in November of 2023, we'll get Blade, the new Blade movie.
Yeah.
Then in the winter, we will get Agatha, which is now called the Coven of Chaos. It used to be the House of
Harkness. Yeah.
Harkness. Yeah.
Which I think that was just a name that they just kind of like, here's a project name that we have.
Then spring 2024, Daredevil Born Again.
Which
18 episodes.
When he announced that, dude, everyone went wild. I was so excited. That's more than the Netflix ones had.
Yeah, that's 3 times as long as most of the Marvel ones we've been getting, like the MCU ones, and even longer than the Netflix one. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping they do it well. I'm hoping they keep up the same tone and stuff as Netflix ones.
Yeah.
Like they don't necessarily like do a carbon copy or anything like that. Like I don't want that, but
you just want the tonally to be the same. Yeah.
Yes.
And I hope they bring everyone back. Everyone from Karen to Foggy, everyone was phenomenal in that show.
I saw a rumor that they were in talks with the actor who played Foggy for him to return. But
Karen.
You see so many rumors. I don't know, and I really hope they bring back Karen, especially because the actress who played Karen, I remember seeing an interview with her in 2018, and she was like, it's been hard to like find work, even after the Daredevil show. So that sucks because like she did such a good job.
Yeah.
I hope that they bring her back, and just as many people from the Netflix thing as they can, except for Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, because I didn't vibe with him, man. I'm sorry.
And that's
the other Iron Fist who replaced him, his girlfriend, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember their dynamic. Bringing her back would be great.
I'd be cool if they kept her as the Iron Fist, but something that Daredevil's appearing in at least 2 things that we know of right now, moving forward.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She-Hulk and Echo.
Yeah, he appeared in Spider-Man, then he was confirmed for She-Hulk, and he was confirmed for Echo as well, and then he gets his own show.
So we're getting a lot of Daredevil, and we're going to fill in some story a little bit here and there about what he's been doing, and then he's going to be in freshman year, the Spider-Man freshman year show.
Yes, which
may or may not be canon. I think it's
they confirmed it's no longer canon, or it's canon in the multiverse, but it does not take place on that earth, because it's essentially the premise of it it's like a what if storyline where it's like, what if instead of being visited by Tony Stark, he was visited by Norman Osborn instead.
Interesting.
That's like the whole
because I was wondering if we'd like get some like more fill in about what he's been doing since the end of season 3, but that's fine. I don't care.
Unfortunately not. But yeah, I am pumped for more Daredevil content and all that, especially because Kevin Feige has confirmed that the street level heroes will be led by Spider-Man and Daredevil. So that is fantastic to hear. They're giving Daredevil a lot, which is so great.
And yeah, I think he was given it as much, I think, in the comics too. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could read it today. I have the comics sitting here. It's the Guardian Devil storyline that I have.
Sweet.
At least the first part of it. But
so we have Daredevil Born Again, which is spring 2024. That'll probably go into fall 2024. Honestly, with how long that is.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if we got a 3-episode premiere with them, or at least a 2-episode premiere. I mean, that's 18 weeks otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then
that's almost 6 months. No, not 6 months. It's almost 4 months.
Yeah.
Like more than 4 months, like 4.5 months.
Then in May of 2024, we get Captain America: New World Order, which that'll be the first Captain America movie led by Sam Wilson.
It'll be the first Captain America movie since 2016. 16. So that'd be 8 years between Captain America movies, and then 3 years between Captain America projects. I hate that word, but that's the only thing.
And then in July of 2024, they officially confirmed to round out Phase 5, we will get Thunderbolts.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see, because they already have a lot of characters to work with as possibilities.
Oh yeah.
And within Phase 5 alone, they could introduce a lot more for Thunderbolts as well. So there's been a lot of speculation they'll have the Punisher on the Thunderbolts team, which, I mean, if you'd asked me before, I'd say like no way, because there's no place for him in the MCU right now. But I mean, with like the Daredevil series, they could reintroduce him into the MCU.
Yeah, for sure.
And they'd be fine. So it'd be interesting to see who ends up being on the Thunderbolts team. It's nice to end the phase with like a team up movie, even though it's not like an Avengers movie. It still is a team up one.
They could go with with a character in the relative near future with Emil Blonsky and
who?
Emil Blonsky. I can't remember his character's name. That's from Hulk. The Hulk movie. Abomination.
Abomination? Yeah. Yep.
He's there.
Yep.
And then, like you said, we're gonna get so many other characters. I mean, Punisher, like you said, Punisher could be thrown in there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, like I've seen Abomination, Baron Zemo, U.S. Agent, and
I forgot about U.S. Agent.
Black Widow's sister. What's Black Widow's sister?
Yelena Belova.
Yeah. Like those are the 4 that were in like all of the like fan
casting scenario.
Casting is a weird term because it's just whatever the groups that the fans have said, like, oh, this is who I think will be in here. Like those are the 4 that seem to be in all of theirs.
When are we going to see Kate Bishop again?
Great question.
Ant-Man 3 maybe. The only thing I can think of.
Maybe.
Because I don't really get Cassie Lang, but.
We might see in Secret Invasion, because Secret Invasion has been described like
so long.
Like
you're right. That's true.
Yeah.
That one's not so long for now. That's next year.
Yep. Because that was described as like a crossover series, which is kind of weird to think about it, because you think of most of Marvel as just being this really elaborate crossover. So when this is described as like especially a crossover, that'll be cool to see.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's all of Phase 5. They also confirmed a few Phase 6 projects.
I thought it was 2 Phase 6, or was it Phase? Only was it 3?
3. They confirmed 3. They confirmed Fantastic Four will start Phase 6,
which originally that was supposed to end Phase 4.
Yes,
which I mean, you see what the pandemic did to everything.
Oh yes, it looks like one series might be slated to come out before Fantastic Four, but it'll be the first movie to start off Phase 6.
And then they put a bunch of
not
dates
Phase
in
4,
there.
Phase 6. Yes, they have a bunch of dates. And it's like one date is before. I'm assuming that's date is a series here. But then the 2 Avengers movies to end it. Yes, Avengers
2
movies.
Avengers movies. So it's gonna be a couple years before we get the Avengers, but like you said, we get a Thunderbolts, which is a team up. So
Yeah. You'll have
good with that.
Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars.
And not that far apart from each other either. Like it's like, and we're not gonna have to wait a year like we did with Infinity War and Endgame.
They're they're like really close.
Like, there's like one thing between them.
6 months. Yeah. It looks like there are still 2 things in between them.
Or 2 things. Okay.
I'm gonna guess one's a movie and one's like one's a series. Yeah.
Maybe Loki season 3, possibility.
Maybe
between Kang and I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't. Kevin Feige does.
Yeah. Hope so.
What do you know when the Disney thing is that they're supposed to announce more at?
Oh yeah, it's a D23, and I added that onto my
D23,
calendar. So let me look at that fast. I put it on my calendar so I remember.
Yeah, because they're supposed to I'm assuming they're gonna announce whatever Phase 6 is. I'm still waiting on Deadpool news because I still want that. Like, I mean, I keep reiterating how much I want a Team Red team up.
I thought I put it on my calendar. Apparently, it's not on my calendar.
Okay, I can look.
Do I have all my calendars here? Yeah, this should be all my calendars, unless I put it on my other calendar.
It looks like it's Friday, September 9th through the 10th.
Friday, September 9th. It should be on my calendar. Why is it not? Yep, it was on my other.
Oh my
calendar.
God, they're gonna stream it on the Disney bundle.
What?
They're gonna stream it on Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus.
Oh wow!
Thank God.
Wow.
Not thank God. This is not a thank God moment.
But yeah.
But at least we can watch it this time. Unlike last time, we were like, I mean, we could I streamed it, but.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I was just scrolling through Twitter for San Diego Comic-Con. But yeah. So what? All that's exciting news.
So what are you looking forward to most so far? I guess other than Daredevil, because I think we both are the most
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Everything they announced for it. I believe I messaged you about stuff about it, but I can't remember exactly.
You did,
but
yeah.
They confirmed that the High Evolutionary would be a huge character in that show or in that movie, which from my very limited knowledge of Rocket Raccoon here, I at least know that the High Evolutionary was the one who made Rocket. And I'm wanting a Rocket. I mean, I believe I've mentioned it on this podcast before. I've been really wanting like more Rocket content, his backstory, an arc around him, whatever. This is perfect.
This was supposed to be kind of like a Rocket movie.
Yeah, we're finally getting like a Rocket Raccoon movie now. They basically confirmed that with the trailer. The trailer that, or not the trailer, there was a clip I think that was released there. I don't think they released a whole trailer for it. Or maybe they showed the trailer there, but they're not going to release it. Just like a teaser. Baby Rocket Raccoon, man. Baby Rocket Raccoon. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. I feel like it's going to be a really tragic and sad movie. I'm a little afraid Rocket's not going to make it to the end. But I love Rocket Raccoon.
With what James Gunn has said,
Rocket
probably not. Because he said this is like the last.
So excited, yeah.
It's the last of the current. He said this is the last of the current Guardians, right?
Yeah.
Probably not.
He said this is the end of like the Guardians arc. Yeah,
that's what it was.
I love Rocket. I'm so excited for this movie. If Rocket dies, I'm gonna be bawling in the theater, man. But I am so pumped for this movie.
Yeah. Well, speaking of bawling, I'm gonna bawl my ass out during the Black Panther movie too. I think everyone's going to. I mean, they're gonna have a trip. It's basically a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. At least that's what they kind of showed in the trailer. So
yeah.
But yeah, and then they have so much they can do with Guardians of the Galaxy. There's so many characters that's kind of set up for, but haven't really done anything yet. So, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There's some DC stuff, but I don't think we have time to get into that.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention about
Marvel.
About Marvel here.
Was there Star Wars? There was a bunch of Star Wars stuff announced too, but I don't remember any of it.
I don't remember that either. Oh no, actually I don't remember.
I know we got confirmation from Mando season 3. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah. But one thing about Marvel is on Disney Plus. Disney is adding ads now. Like the
Yeah, I
current
saw
plan is
that.
gonna get way more expensive to become like the premium version, and the standard Disney Plus will get ads. So
Yeah,
I guess
which
I have
they're
to hope.
basically just doing Hulu. What Hulu does.
Yeah, I have to hope that that the person who's Disney Plus I'm stealing increases their plan or whatever. If any feds are listening, that is a joke. Of course, I pay for my own or don't watch it. It's one of those. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I wish they would just have left it as is, but whatever.
Couldn't
Whatever.
find anything about the San Diego Comic Con about Star Wars, but they announced
Okay.
a bunch of little shows and stuff, but I don't remember what they were.
Mhm. Yeah, but lots of great news. It was a whale of a time.
We'll go one day.
Yeah.
That or
Yeah.
the celebration, whichever. No, I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
I feel like San Diego Comic Con's probably a little bit more of what we do because we do both. We don't just do Star Wars. So
Yeah.
plus celebrations in London next year, and I can't afford that.
It would be cool to go to London. It'd be a little expensive, but
Yeah,
it
no,
would
no,
it'd be cool.
I'd be down. I just would have to not do anything else for the rest of the year. But
Yeah.
I think so. A quick DC rundown. So the people who own Discovery
Bad.
are animals, not animals.
Yeah.
Well, yes, ancient, and they don't know what
Yeah.
anything. They don't know how things work nowadays.
Yeah.
So
If you've ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where it goes into his mind and there's like all the fire and paper burning or whatever, like that's what I'm
that's a good
imagining
look at
the Discovery office is looking right now, except for the CEO is like, yeah, this is fine.
It's
Yeah.
the dog.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dog is sitting in while the SpongeBob's are running around.
Yes, but the dog isn't trying to delude himself. The dog like honestly believes like this is fine in this case. He's like, yeah, this is great for us. This is great for our business. Yeah, they basically have canceled everything.
Everything tax write-off.
Yeah, the Arrowverse is finally ending because with the Flash, like the Flash got a renewed, but that they either decided or were told this upcoming season is going to be their last one.
Wow.
And
Maybe
then
I'll finally
Flash
watch
is
it all.
over. I will finally be free. You know when I've waited for this? I will finally be free of the Flash. It's just a 13 episodes. I believe it was confirmed for like another full season, like 23 episodes. It was condensed down to 13. They're only doing a 13 episode season now. So just one 13 episode season and I'm done because that's the last Arrowverse show that survived. I wish Legends of Tomorrow also got its last season, but oh well.
I think that's the name of the podcast. The Brendan's Free.
Yes. So that's great. We lost the Batgirl movie. That is tragic. I was really looking forward
and it was almost
to that.
Finished.
Yeah, it was like 90% of the way done. They had filmed everything. They were just in editing. Editing takes a while, but I mean, they were well on their way. It seems like kind of a waste, but
and they're merging HBO Max and Discovery Plus, not Disney Plus.
Which
that's a decision.
Very sexist with how they went about them their presentation.
Really
and
terrible.
Yeah, I'm hoping because they've canceled so many shows. There's something that looks safe, but like
I need to watch Harley Quinn before they
and like
merge because I'm not paying for it.
and Young Justice, I'm hoping Young Justice survives through season 5 because like I've mentioned it before, but I think Young Justice is like the best thing that like DC has ever had almost because it feels like because like the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show that like that like you can watch on there, like it feels a lot like that and like how they get all the characters in there, but like Young Justice like blows it out of the water. Like it feels like an actual like solid like realistic world. And it's just like because Lauren and I recently went through and we binged seasons 1 through 3. We're planning to start 4 soon. I've already seen it. This is their first time watching all of it, but like watching it all back to back, especially, it's so good. And if they cancel it, they're going to be like, then they really don't care about DC at all.
No, they don't.
But because they've been talking about like this 10-year plan they're doing for DC to like get it restarted. It's like, stop doing 10-year plans right off the bat. Like Marvel put out Iron Man and the Hulk and they put out Iron Man and the Hulk in the same year, connected them, then said, hey, here's our plan for this now. And they built it out slowly and then they got more into it. And now they're like in way over their heads here. but like
Yeah.
they took their time. DC just wants that like immediately.
They've always
It's
been
like
like that,
no,
though.
wait.
I mean, that's been their thing. They've always like, oh, we gotta get what Marvel's got. No, stop.
So
Chill.
I wish
Take a chill,
I wish
bro.
they would just focus on smaller things like I can't believe that Batgirl was like officially canceled, and it looks like Supergirl will get the same
Yep.
treatment as well. And Blue Beetle, I hope Blue Beetle is safe
Survives,
because although the costumes in Blue Beetle look a little bit odd, like Blue Beetle in Young Justice, I absolutely loved.
Mhm.
He was a great character, so I'd love to see like a movie about him, because we don't really see a lot of movies about heroes. Like that's one thing I don't like about DC is it's always Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Well, that's what I think that they're probably going to reboot Superman, and they're probably I wouldn't be surprised if they rebooted Wonder Woman too.
Stop doing that, yeah.
Even though I really like the actress for Wonder Woman right now.
Yeah,
I think everyone does.
But yeah, so that's kind of all there is.
They're in a bit of a tizzy.
They also canceled the sequel to Scoob, which was almost done as well. Just absurd. Like that was in the final editing phases as
For an
well.
Animated movie, they did that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work. Oh, I'd be so pissed. I would have quit.
Yeah. Like there's some animators who've talked about it. They were like, "Yeah, I animated it," and it's like, and it's like then the project finished up for my part at least. And I've been gone for 2 months, and hearing that all of a sudden it got canceled and then no one's ever gonna see it, like they're like, that just sucks.
Oh, I would have quit. I would have just like, sorry, see ya.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have a lot more to talk about next podcast.
Yes.
Here, but it
will not be a month and a half between podcasts, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we say now. But yeah, so we'll see all you loyal viewers in 2 weeks.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace.
Subscribe, like all that.
Nah, you don't have to. That's just a suggestion.
Peace.
Peace.